I'm pleased to be joined by Memphis Showboats quarterback Cole Kelley. Cole, how you doing?
I'm doing all right, man. I appreciate y'all having me on.
Now, dude, I'm excited to have you because you are the quarterback for the hottest team in the USFL, right? Y'all start out 0-3 and you've won 5 straight. What do you think the strength of that program, that club, has been over the last 5 weeks?
Man, I think it's just the number one thing about us, the best thing about us is how close we are. Seriously, I mean, that's why, we're playing really good complementary football, which is extremely important. And, that what goes in with that is the closeness of this team. Whenever one side's lacking, the other side picks it up. But if we're talking specifics, our defense has been playing lights out, making my job real easy. So that's been real nice.
Yeah, I mentioned earlier in the week that defense has 11 interceptions in 8 games, and y'all
Yeah.
lead the USFL in turnover margin at +5. So you're
Yep.
also taking care of the football on the offensive side, and that's a big part of the defense being able to do its job. But I want to
No
take a
doubt.
step back to you and talk about, just how closely you were playing college football last year. I want to say that you said you were a year removed.
1 year out.
So how has it been the transition from college to pro?
Well, it's nice, man. Out of college, I signed with the Washington Commanders as an undrafted free agent. I got to go through OTAs and camp with them and was released the first week of the preseason. And I think just that little dosage right there kind of got my feet wet and I got to learn this business. The football aspect isn't really that much different. I was fortunate enough to have some really good coaches in college along my college career. So I think I was like prepared on the football aspect of things, but once you get to this level, there's some other aspects. It's not just about football anymore. And so I think just that little experience in Washington kind of prepared me for this one.
I'd say, because I'm going to lay it out for people that don't know, because that one of my favorite things about doing these interviews and covering the USFL is I'm a college football junkie and I watch it all and I pay attention to it all.
Me
So when
too.
I see the rosters, I'm going, y'all don't understand. Every one of these dudes can play. And I'm going to
Yeah.
illustrate that by just going down your resume right quick. Like, before you get to Southeastern Louisiana, that's a losing program, right? They go 4-7. 2019, y'all go 8-5, right? 2021, you put together the best season by any player in the FCS, right? Going for over 307 games, you put up 462 and 4 tutties on Sam Houston State in a season where they went 10-0 and won the national championship. You were 9-4 in 2021. You gave Skip Holtz's La Tech Rustin stand up, Bulldogs to business. 9-4 in 2022. You make the playoffs. Like, you're a winner, Biggin. Like, I'm looking at Memphis, and yes, with you behind center, you got a chance to win. So I'm going to ask, is that innate to you? And what are you doing differently? How can we have whatever it is you got and put it into a bottle so I can take it myself?
Oh man, I'm not one to talk about. I'm not good at talking about myself much, to be honest with you. But honestly, it really, truthfully, is a testament to this football team and our coaches. It really is, man. Like I said, I mean, we were just talking about our defense has been playing lights out, special teams lights out. I mean, our kicker made 6 field goals last week. Every time we return a kick, we get the ball at like the 50. So I mean, they make my job so easy, man. Offensive line, wide receivers making plays, running backs, running the ball well, tight ends. It really is, man. But I'll just say, the thing about me is, throughout my career, we're talking about a little bit of Arkansas and stuff like that. I've been through a lot, ups and downs, which happens all the time in football. So I think that has just kind of grown me, those experiences and matured me to where, like, my favorite thing about football and being a quarterback is the leadership aspect of it, because it's a very difficult game. Our special teams Coach Frank, all the time says it's simple, but it's not easy. Watching the film and stuff, it's simple, but on the field, it's really not easy, man. It's a game of extreme focus, discipline, and energy and execution. And I'm always saying that stuff. Gotta stay focused, gotta stay focused. As soon as you lose focus, bad stuff starts to happen. And it's very easy to do that. So I'm just, that's my favorite thing, the camaraderie of it and being with a group of guys, especially like the team we have now, man, really great group of guys. And they really make me look good.
Yo, man, I think that part of the journey is so very important because Coach Gans is one of the best special teams coaches in
It's
this league,
awesome.
if not
Yeah.
in football, right? I mean, he coordinate basically. He said, "Put Derek Dillon back deep because if it goes short, he'll take it back," and that's exactly what happened. 59-yard field goal goes short. He ties for the longest play in football with a 109-yard return for a TD. But I also want to just get back to you for a bit here, right? Because it's one thing to be able to do that in between the lines. Football is hard. It does take a lot of focus. It does take a lot of energy. It does take a lot of effort, but life is more difficult, right? And every football coach, every football player would tell me the same thing. So I want to take it back to Arkansas. And I just also want to mention the number of Razorbacks or guys that played for the Razorbacks that are in this league, along with you, LaMichael Petway, Cheyenne O'Grady, Alex Collins, who's teammate of yours at Memphis. But dog, like, you had one of the great comeback wins I've ever seen. Like, I live in Tulsa, Oklahoma, so Arkansas is home base, right? So y'all playing against Ole Miss, y'all down 31-7, and then they bring you in. Tell me what happens.
Oh man, this feels like it was, a while back. I spent 6 years in college, and I think that was my redshirt freshman year. But no, I still remember it. I think it was the biggest comeback in Arkansas history, if I'm not mistaken. And man, I just remember, and like I said, that's part of my growing experience right there. Never say never, because like you said, 31-7, and what are you gonna do? Quit? Like, it's not in my DNA, and it's not in a lot of football players and athletes' DNA. So I mean, we just kept at it, and we had a few good plays, touchdowns, defense turns them over. A lot of really good things happen for us, and that's the way football goes, man. It's you have there's downs, but there's ups too, and you just got to keep working and stay focused and keep grinding. You can't lose that focus like we were talking about in that effort. You just got to stay at it, and good things will start to happen.
You win that game 38-37, right?
Yeah.
And then the next week you have a hard time against LSU, and that feels like the beginning of something new for you. Can you encapsulate for me the last 2 seasons that you had at Arkansas?
Yeah, it was Brett Bielema, who's now the head coach at Illinois, who recruited me there. And the last 2 seasons, he was the first one. So it was 2 seasons I was with him, my redshirt year and my redshirt freshman. And our starter goes down, and then I start to play my first start. Oh man, maybe Coastal Carolina, or maybe it was Ole Miss. I don't know, but one of them. And we win a couple, and then we play Auburn, Alabama, and LSU. And that's some pretty good teams right there. And but that's what you love. That's why I went to Arkansas, man. I'm from Louisiana, didn't get an LSU offer. That's why I went there, was to beat these good teams, because I mean, I want to be great. It's in my DNA. And but I learned a lot like that. It was a lot different. I was very confident and honestly even cocky coming out of high school. I thought, man, I thought I was it. I thought I was it. And then I realized, it's a lot more. You ain't just gonna put your cleats on, strap it up, and go out there and ball on game day. You gotta put some serious preparation into it the week leading up to it, and even earlier. And so that's one thing I learned right there, because the dudes on the other side of the ball can play too. So that's one thing I learned there, and I've taken that with me since then.
So you go from Arkansas to Southeastern back home, right, in Lafayette. You turn into the dude that you always knew you could be at Lafayette and down to Southeastern playing for the Lions. And now you're in the USFL playing at one of the brand new franchises in the modern USFL, let's say, right, for the Showboats. And one of the things that I really enjoy about that town is how much they love that team. And y'all, frankly, ain't give them a whole lot to root for the first couple of weeks. And they still kept showing up. They got something like the Yacht Club going on over there.
Yeah.
I wonder what it means for you to have the city of Memphis behind you.
Well, it means everything. I think it means everything to our team too, not just me. Like we said, we were 0-2, and then we had Houston at home. And you go 0-2, you're thinking, we got to win. It's desperation, but you're not thinking that fans are going to show up. And it was still fans. We've had the most fans in any stadium I've been to in the USFL by far, and they are fun. They are real fun, and we like to interact with them, and they're loud, and it makes a huge difference, man. It really does. I mean, it makes it exciting, when people get tired throughout the game and stuff like that, and we hear them fans get loud. I mean, it gives you that extra boost that you need. And man, I can't say enough about it. Memphis is it. It kind of reminds me of Louisiana, man. I swear, they're like you said, they're gritty over here, man. They love their sports, and we feel the support, man. People love the showboats around here, and it's really made a difference, man. I mean, we're starting to win, and part of it has to do with the fans.
I can see it, right? I'll add two things to that, right? The first one is Memphis is undefeated when I'm in Memphis. I'm gonna let y'all know.
Well, you need to come back here this weekend, then.
The other part is it probably doesn't hurt you any that you beat up on Ole Miss and you play for Memphis, because I can't think of anybody they hate more than Ole Miss. Cole, thank you so much for taking time to join us here on the #1 college football show.
Well, I appreciate you having me, man. God bless.
Thank you for watching the #1 college football show. Please remember to subscribe to the channel and like this video so that you don't miss any of the best college football coverage in America.